All right, so Bank of Canada has raised the interest rates another 0.5% or 50 basis points, if you will. And in this video, I'm going to cover where I think the market's going, where I think Bank of Canada is going, and what this means currently for the market right now. I'm that Agent Kelly. I talk about real estate investing in my local market here in Vancouver, BC. I post every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday, so if you enjoy content like this, all I ask is that you thumbs up and subscribe, stick around, leave me a comment, even a terrible comment. I'm really used to those kind of hurtful comments anyways. I don't mind those. If you got something hurtful to say, please leave it down in the comments section, and let's get into this video. So the first thing I want to cover is obviously buying power. So as a rule of thumb, for every 1% interest rates go up, we lose 10% in buyer purchasing power. So with a 0.5% increase, we are now 5% less purchasing power. Now, just because we can afford 5% less doesn't mean prices are going to come down to match the new affordability. In fact, that usually never happens historically. Typically, we lose 5% purchasing power and prices come down maybe 2%. So the next thing is, how much is your payment going up? Well, if you're on a fixed rate mortgage, your payment isn't actually going to go up at all, as you guys know. If you're on a static variable payment, just the interest is going to go up. So if you were paying $750 a month to principal and $250 a month to interest before, now you're going to be paying, like, let's just say $300 to interest and $700 to principal. That's on a static variable mortgage. However, if you're on a floating variable mortgage, Scotiabank does this for an example, the payment actually changes with the interest rates. So if you're on a floating variable mortgage right now, your payment is actually going up with the 50 basis point rate hike. It's going up $30 a month for every $100,000 you owe on a mortgage. So if you owe 500 grand, your mortgage payment has just gone up $150 a month. So where is Bank of Canada going with their rate hikes? Well, it's just my opinion, and it seems to be somewhat of a controversial one, but I personally believe that we are getting close to the end of this rate hike cycle. We may see another 0.25, another 0.5 in December, but I feel like they really cannot raise rates much more than what they're at right now. And sure, we may see some pain in spring of 2023. Who knows what's happening, but I just feel like we're close to the end of this cycle, of this rate hike cycle. I think something within the economy will break in the future, forcing the Fed and the BOC to pivot and start bringing rates back down. Historically, they've never been able to sustainably keep the overnight lending rate above 2.5% for a prolonged period of time without something in the economy breaking. And currently right now, I think we're at 4.25% overnight lending rate. And it's my opinion that if you're going to be buying real estate, it might be advantageous to buy while rates are highest and prices have come down, because you're making a bet that rates probably won't keep going up from here. And if you can afford them right now and get on a fixed rate, or I would probably recommend a static variable rate, because when interest rates go back down, you'll be paying off way more principal during your term, right? But obviously consult a mortgage broker. But if you're buying close to the top of the interest rate cycle hike, well, they can only stay up for so long, and they really only have one direction they can go in. Sure, they might go up a bit more, but ultimately the macro direction for rates is probably going to be back down again, right? So you're buying while rates are high. That's what's suppressing prices in the real estate market right now. Once rates come down, those metrics should invert. You'll be able to drop your payment down and prices will likely go up again. So I think if you can afford the higher interest rates right now, I think it would be advantageous and a good bet to buy right now, or even buy a pre-sale or something like that, and make a bet that rates at some point will come down. And I think everybody knows that rates have to come down in the next, let's just call it a year. I think maybe summer or fall of 2023. Everybody knows this. What people are so worried about is that prices will come down another 20%, another 30%. And I'm not going to say that's impossible, but I mean, I think you're a gambler at this point, right? With prices coming down 30% already, rates are pretty much at their peak. I mean, how much worse could it get? Obviously, it could always get much worse, but I think you're taking a pretty risky gamble if you want to get in the real estate market, that things are going to get much worse from here. Sure, they could get worse, but I think I'd place my bet on the fact that, hey, if I can afford this interest rate right now, then let's just buy real estate right now. Rates will probably come down in the future. And if they don't and prices keep dropping, well, whatever. I can afford this interest rate that I got right here and I'm locked in for 5 years. But that's just my opinion, and I'm a greasy realtor, so you guys are absolutely open to do whatever you'd like. If you enjoyed this video and you want to see more content like this on Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday, please thumbs up and subscribe. I'm that Agent Kelly. We'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.